Hi and welcome back to the AQA GCSE History Conflict and Tension between East and West of 1945 to 1972 revision series. This is episode 7 and we're looking at the Hungarian Uprising. When Stalin died in 1953, the Soviet Union suffered a great loss as he was one of the heroes to millions of people. Nikita Khrushchev then came into power in September and was a new type of leader. He was a very different style of leadership compared to Stalin. Khrushchev wanted to peacefully coexist with the enemy, the West, and Khrushchev had many plans, including to reduce the investment in the USSR's military defence and to put a policy into motion known as de-Stalinisation. De-Stalinisation included to release political prisoners, improve the relationships with Marshal Tito in Yugoslavia, to close down Cominform. He also criticised Stalin a lot on his speeches and to remove the Soviet troops from Austria and relax the USSR's control on Eastern Europe. However, this wasn't as easy as it sounds, and there were lots of rebellions across Eastern Europe. In 1949, Stalin appointed Rákosi the leader of Hungary, who was extremely loyal to Stalin and his communistic views. As a result, strict control was placed over Hungary, which was enforced by a secret police known as the AVH. Even Catholicism was banned in Hungary, which was the main religion at the time. After the death of Stalin in 1953, Khrushchev was putting plans in place to de-Stalinise Russia. The Hungarians hoped it would happen in their country too, and Rákosi would be removed. For many years to come, the Hungarians resented Rákosi. In October of 1956, the revolution began. Students, workers and soldiers attacked the AVH and the Russian tanks. They also smashed down a statue of Stalin. All they wanted was freedom from communism. On the 24th of October 1956, the protesters were pleased to see that Rákosi was replaced by a communist reformer, Imre Nagy, who became the new Prime Minister. This was a massive reform for Hungary. Nagy's government introduced freedom of religion, democracy and the freedom of speech. Soviet troops were removed from the country's capital, Budapest, and the Cardinal Mlynski, leader of the Catholic Church, was freed from prison. However, on the 1st of November of 1956, Nagy then announced that Hungary was an independent country and was going to leave the Warsaw Pact. However, Khrushchev was not going to allow this to happen and claimed that he received a distressing letter from the communist leaders of Hungary asking for his help. On the 4th of November 1956, 10,000 Russian tanks invaded Budapest, destroying the Hungarian army and capturing the Hungarian radio. The impact of the Hungarian uprising included 4,000 Hungarians being killed, and 200,000 Hungarians were forced to flee their country and live as refugees. After Khrushchev had destroyed Hungary, he appointed János Kadar the new Prime Minister. Nagy was captured, tried and executed. This strengthened Khrushchev's position and showed that he was willing to use violence and to kill innocent people to achieve what he wanted. Russia's use of force acted as a deterrent. The USSR stayed in control behind the Iron Curtain. No other country tried to get rid of the Russian troops until Czechoslovakia in 1968. The Western powers were also too distracted by the Suez Crisis, which was the second Arab-Israeli war. However, they did condemn the actions of the USSR in Hungary. So that's the end of episode 7 of the AQA GCSE History Conflict and Tension between East and West of 1945 to 1972 revision series. Next episode we'll be looking at the U2 crisis. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed.